Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to this presentation, my fellow TBCians. I'm here to give you a talk on the topic scarcity is artificial. Come live a life of abundance. I want you to understand that man was created for a life of abundance. Right from the creation of man, man had everything he needed in abundance. There was enough food for man, there was enough water, and everything that man needed was available. That is a fundamental proof to show that we were made to live a life of abundance. And not only so, nature created it in such a way that before a newborn child is born into the earth, nature has made it that the mother would have milk in her breast, enough milk in her breast for the child coming into the earth. It shows that before a child comes into the earth, there is already provision for abundance. In almost every case, and in very rare cases, will you find a situation where a child is born and there is no breast milk. So fundamentally, man was created for a life of abundance. And as such, it is important for us to understand that we are meant to enjoy all the abundance that the earth has to offer. So let us get set to hear what this presentation has to say about living a life of abundance from the admin. Thank you. Scarcity is artificial. Come live a life of abundance. Have you ever suspected that the whole game of life is rigged? Your suspicions are correct. This video may be short, but it says a whole lot. There is what it said in quote, 2016 is set to be a more unequal world than ever before. For the first time, the richest 1% of the population will enjoy a greater share of global wealth than the other 99%. End of quote. Now, this statement comes from the people that bring you The Economist, a publisher that caters for the 1% elite of the world. If you are like most people, the contents of this video make you very upset. And not out of jealousy, but because this is so unfair. You are being ripped off. And not just in a financial sense, your time, energy, and efforts have been exploited. It seems like the evil people that set up this whole system are not even satisfied with what they already have. Seems like they won't stop spreading artificial scarcity until they also possess your soul too. Alarming. Unfortunately, most people have literally been brainwashed into believing that scarcity is normal and acceptable. It is not. The most natural thing is abundance, and humanity is being robbed of all their dreams and aspirations. Can you relate to that? If by now you have no idea what I'm talking about, then the elites have succeeded in your case in keeping you in the dark completely unaware of what's really happening. This is the very first post here towards educating you. I really don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the problem. I'd rather talk about the solution. The billion coin is an answer for the masses. It has been designed to be an easy and simple solution to lift the poor out of poverty in just a matter of few short months. Now, you may not consider yourself to be poor right now, but let's face it, you are not a billionaire, right? Would you like to be a billionaire? Most would immediately say no to that question. And once again, that would be another example of the mind control and conditioning you are under. The truth is, you don't need a billion to be happy. But if you had a billion, you would have the power to also make a lot of others very happy. How can we return the world to a state of abundance and prosperity? We have to change everyone's minds. I can add my own. I can add my own. We have to change everyone's minds. That is the only way. It's very important to understand that what you are inside is what manifests on your outside. It's very important for you to understand that our financial fortune and prosperity is first a product of what we know. We need to have the correct understanding of what abundance is and what prosperity is. It's very unfortunate that many people have become poverty minded because of limited information about what prosperity really is and what abundance really is. That is why, in order to get rid of poverty, the first step to take is not in putting money in your pockets, but in educating your mind. When the mind is educated about money, money naturally flows in your direction and in my direction. That is why, in order to change the abundance situation and the prosperity situation of our earth, it's important for us to educate our minds about what abundance is and what prosperity is. Now, it's the only way that we need to take to come into the realm of abundance and prosperity. When everyone believes in abundance and prosperity for all, that is when it will happen. There are many information warriors out there doing their best. They are doing their best, the best they can do to spread awareness, but not much has changed for the better. Motivating people to wake up is not an easy thing to do. Perhaps if there was a $1 billion incentive to wake up for the good life, maybe that will work. Now, it's important to understand that incentive, motivation is one of the primary tools to get people's attention. And that is why the billion coin is an incentive that will help people to wake up to what the abundance life is and what prosperity really is. Well, the billion coin begins that experiment. All you need potentially is just one TBC coin to someday become a billionaire, because that is the highest the price will ever go for this coin, based on the software formula driving the price of it. You are very fortunate if you found this when the TBC coin was only a penny. No matter what you paid for your TBC coins, you are in a position to become very wealthy over time. Just owning these TBC coins is not enough to become wealthy. The truth is, education is required to become wealthy. And that is what this section of the website is dedicated to deliver to you at no additional cost. In talking about the importance of education, there is a there is there is a research has proven that people that win lotteries over a couple of years end up losing the money they have gotten. In many cases, most of those that won very high amounts of money in their lotteries end up losing it by taking drugs, investing their money wrongly, and at the end of the day, they lose the money they got. And that is a simple proof and evidence that the answer to abundance and prosperity is not just to get people have money, but to get them educated. It's important for people to get financial education in order to be able to be prosperous and to enjoy the abundance life. So education is very vital for the life of abundance. And that is why it cannot be underestimated. It is said in some parts of the world that if you hide, if you want to hide anything from an African, put it in a book and he will never discover it. That means that information is very, very vital in liberating a people. Education is very, very vital in getting a people become prosperous and getting the people to enjoy the abundance that is available for all. As a matter of fact, there is what is called an information uh, 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 particular information hiding, so that particular information does not get to a set of people to get them prosperous, to get them in abundance. So, but if you don't take the time needed to get this education, then you will be doomed to make the mistakes that comes from being uneducated. The only way outside an education is a life of lack, a life of poverty, a life of scarcity. So the mystery behind scarcity is lack of education. But the more education a person has, the more abundance that person enjoys. So wealthy people are not lazy, but a lot of poor people are very lazy. That is why, just like I said, if you want to hide anything, it is said, from a black man, put it in a book. That is why many people of black race find it very difficult to invest time to open their books and to study. And that is why, in most cases, African nations are suffering from a large scale scarcity. So it is up to you. Do you truly want to be wealthy, or are you okay just the way you are? The choice is yours. It's very important to know that every transformation in a person's life starts with making a choice. Your choices determine what happens in your life. Your choices determine what direction your life takes. Your choices determine if you enjoy abundance. Your choices determine if you enjoy prosperity. It all starts with a choice. And everybody has the power of choice. Everybody has the power to determine his destiny. Everybody has the power to make a choice that will take him out of scarcity and into a life of abundance. So I advise you to choose wisely. Is there a voice inside you that says you have a lot to offer? Does it say to you, does it say that you do have an unfulfilled purpose? Does it say that you better hurry? A wasted life is a shame. I personally, there's a voice inside me that tells me there is more that I have to offer. There is more that has been deposited inside me than I am releasing. And I believe also with you, there is something that is very precious, something that is very unique, that is deposited inside of us all, that is meant to bless our world. And I think it's very important to make a decision to ensure that that treasure in us comes out to bless our world. You do matter. Never let anyone steal your dreams from you, ever. Live free, live good, and take charge of your own life and make it meaningful. I hope all your dreams come true, and I hope the billion coin gives you the extra means to make it happen. Oh, okay. So, just like I said, we are created for abundance. We are created to enjoy the best that life, the world has to offer. We were created from birth to enjoy everything that we needed to live a sustainable life here on earth. But it's just unfortunate that a few people have manipulated the system and have made wealth to be tilted in a particular direction to favor just a very few, while the generality of the people are not so much wealthy and are suffering from scarcity. But one thing I want you to know, just like I have said, is that education is the way out of a life of scarcity. It's important to go for education. It's important to educate your mind, particularly on financial intelligence, which that is what the TBC offers. It's important to know what money is all about. It's important to know the principles that guide the acquisition of money. It's important to know what it takes to multiply your money and cause your money to increase. It's important to have a good understanding of what money is and what finances is. And when you do so, then you'll be liberating yourself from scarcity. And it's very important to know that the mindset that we were conditioned, we were brought up with, can be changed. Most of us were brought up with a poverty mindset. Most of us were brought up with a scarcity mindset. But it's important to understand that our mindset can change and our mindset can fit into an abundance mindset. Well, you may say you don't want to be a billionaire, but I tell you, it is far more advantageous to be a billionaire than to be in scarcity. Why? Because when you are a billionaire, you can be a blessing to more people. You can serve your world better. You can help people to fulfill their dreams. You yourself can fulfill your dreams better. You can make the world a better place when you are a billionaire. So it's important to begin to condition, have a change of mind, have a change of conditioning of your mind so that you begin to think in abundance because that is what you and I were created for. So I encourage you to go for information, go for education, and get your mind transformed. Make a choice for their abundant life. Make a choice for the prosperous life. Make a choice to make a difference in your world. Make a choice to make your life better, easier for the 99% of the people in the world that are living in scarcity. Make a choice to make a difference. And that way you'll be fulfilling your dreams, you'll be fulfilling your potential, and the stuff that you were born with and brought into the earth with will can begin to affect lives and make a positive difference. So I implore you to go for information. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Bye bye.